Critical Role reveals a new Final Fantasy collab, D&D gets a brand new base class, and some big TTRPG Kickstarter news.
Now you have my attention.
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday on the Character Sheet, your look at the week's biggest fantasy and TTRPG news. Before we talk some big Critical Role and Kickstarter news, why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep putting out more videos like this one. And then, let's dive into the news. The latest episode of Age of Umbra let Matt Mercer really show off the mechanics of the Daggerheart system, as well as the influences of Kingdom Death Monster on the setting, as the cast got their first look at the amazing map of Halcyon that was created for the campaign. The map itself was covered in hidden faces carved into the rocks and the mountains of the land, and Kingdom Death Monster begins as your characters wake up on a floor made of cracked and chipped stone faces, so seeing that nod to the game, which Matt routinely plays with Brennan Lee Mulligan, Abria Iyengar, Spencer Stark, and more, so clearly laid out was just a fun touch for anyone who's ever played the game before. We also got to see once again just how fluid and dangerous combat in Daggerheart can be, as the cast routinely struggled to roll with Hope, which often left them without the Hope resource to activate their class abilities, and kept giving Matt the chance to interject with enemy attacks, and showed off how much the Hope and Fear system can swing the combat in Daggerheart on a dime. We also got enough downtime to hear more of the backstories of our characters, with August's story in particular being incredibly dark and horrific, and we got to see Sam's cowardly character Snyx somehow kill his third Umbra boss in a row. But perhaps the biggest reveal was at the end of the episode, where the characters finally appear to be heading to the location of Laura and Liam's characters. It really seems like 8 episodes will not be nearly enough to explore this incredibly intricate and dark world that Matt has created, and while we should be seeing Liam and Laura join the next episode, we now also fully expect to see another major Umbra campaign sometime down the road, as so much of that beautiful map is still left for the cast to explore.
Compelling and rich.
Dungeons & Dragons has unveiled another new base class just weeks after dropping the Scion playtest, and this time it's the Gunslinger who's getting the full class treatment in D&D Beyond. The last time you could make a Gunslinger on D&D Beyond was way back when they had the Matt Mercer homebrewed version he made up for Campaign 1 of Critical Role, which was largely just a port of the Pathfinder version Taliesin was using for Percy before the show started streaming. But this new Gunslinger from Mage Hand Press is far more fleshed out, and frankly puts a poor ranger to shame with its incredible range damage output. The Gunslinger class gets risk dice, which increase in number and dice size as you level up, and which offer a ton of flexibility, from increasing your armor class to debuffing your enemies. And you can just start critting and doing tons of extra range damage at low levels, as you gain multiple ways to add extra weapon damage dice and start critting on 19s almost immediately. Combine that with 6 very diverse subclasses which let you focus your efforts on everything from spell casting to becoming an impossible to hit tank, and the new, frankly overpowered firearms included when you buy the class, which is sort of at a steep price point of $15, and you will unleash a true bullet hell on your enemies that will make any Ranger fans green with envy. So if you want to become the king of range damage for your next D&D character, you can grab the new Gunslinger class on D&D Beyond right now.
Good news, everyone!
If you're looking to check out the new steampunk-inspired season of Dimension 20, you can now check out the first episode of Cloudward Ho for free on the Dimension 20 YouTube channel. Dimension 20 has been doing this for their last several campaigns, giving fans the first episode for free to entice them into an incredibly cheap dropout TV subscription to catch the rest of the season, and Cloudward Ho starts strong with some of the best character introductions we've ever seen on Dimension 20. It has everything you want in an actual play: airships, NPCs with unexploded ordnance stuck in their heads, a series of rich brothers whose names all end in well. It has it all. So if you're interested in giving Dimension 20 a try, check out episode 1 of Cloudward Ho today, as it's a brand new adventure in a brand new world that requires zero knowledge of previous campaigns to enjoy, and it's available for free right now on the D20 YouTube channel.
For free!
For free!
It's also been a big week for TTRPG Kickstarters, as 2 major projects have hit big milestones on the platform. Tales of the Valiant Player's Guide 2 has crossed the $200,000 mark on Kickstarter. showing that demand is still pretty strong for Kobold Press's TTRPG. The Player's Guide 2 includes 3 new base classes and dozens of new subclasses and lineages to check out for their 5e compatible system, along with a huge number of new spells. And with more stretch goals on the way, like expanded poison and smuggling rules for assassins or new mounts and familiars, you get a lot of bang for your buck with the first official expansion of Tales of the Valiant. Meanwhile, Dragonbane's new Kickstarter for their Arcane and Book of Magic sourcebooks has crossed the $500,000 mark. The new Arcane book offers up a huge new city to explore, full of adventure sites and campaign seeds to make life easier for Dragonbane DMs. And Book of Magic brings, shockingly, a ton of new magic to Dragonbane, including new spells for all existing schools of magic, and 5, or possibly more depending on stretch goals, new schools of magic to check out, like Demonology, Necromancy, and Illusionism, just to start. So if you want a new city to explore or some more magical firepower for your favorite Dragonbane character, you still have 2 weeks to check out the new Dragonbane Kickstarter and snag your copy today.
Come on, give me it. Give me it.
And finally, Matt Mercer's dreams come true yet again, as he gets to bring his love of Magic the Gathering and his love of Final Fantasy together as they bring you a new episode featuring Matt Mercer, Marisha Ray, Ife Wadiwe, and newcomer to the show Whitney Moore, as they break out the brand new Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering Commander sets for some on-stream gaming. Matt Mercer has made no secret of his love of Final Fantasy, from his first cosplay as Sephiroth over 2 decades ago, to his dream come true role as Vincent Valentine in Final Fantasy Rebirth. And he's also been very upfront about falling back in love with Magic the Gathering, and specifically the Commander format of the game, in the last 2 years. And we've seen several Magic the Gathering streams on Critical Role already. So seeing Matt get to combine both of those things for another stream episode is an amazing treat for all the critters out there, and just shows you that Critical Role is determined to keep those Magic the Gathering Commander shows coming. So could we get a more formal, ongoing Magic the Gathering series from Critical Role in the future? And with Wizards of the Coast now making their big collabs with outside IPs like Final Fantasy playable in every format, could we potentially even get a Critical Role based Magic the Gathering set or Secret Lair drop down the line? Only time will tell, but for now we can all see Matt play his favorite Final Fantasy characters in his favorite collectible card game on stream next week. And that's all we have this week for Fantasy News Friday. Let us know what your favorite story was down in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.